over the short and long periods of time. Whenever there is some time period, we should go for a line chart, right? So this is how your line graphs looks. For example, if we want to see what is the average mobile watch hour for different years, we need to use a line chart. It actually gives you the trend. So in 2015, you can say it was 10 and now it's increasing again. It's a dummy number. It's not the real numbers. Sometimes we also use the line graphs to compare the different categories. For example, in here, we want to compare the mobile and the TV together. So now we have two separate lines, color for every category. Make sense? Now let's see where we can use it in our example. Now I want to see what is the trend of movies produced each year. I hope you got the question. I just want to know how many movies are there in 2010 and then 2011 and 2012. So first of all, can you tell me which all fields do we require? Anyone? Out of this data, which all fields do we require to solve this question?
Rotten Tomatoes top 200 of 2010 count
Correct. And the second one
is date.
is in
Another.
theaters. In theaters is the
Okay.
actual release date of the movie, right? So from a date, we can actually get the year. Now, why do we need this field? This is a Tableau generated field. Now, if you remember, I told you yesterday that this field is only going to count the number of records. And in our scenario, every record is a new movie, right? So if we count the number of records, we'll be able to count the total number of movies. Now this is also a reason why you need to understand your data very thoroughly. Because if you do not understand your data, then believe me, all these terminologies will be like hit and trial for you, right? So if you know that this is going to count the total number of records and every record is a new movie, so that means this I can use to count the number of movies to produce in every year. Now, I'm just going to pull this in theaters once again like I did in this bar chart into the columns. As soon as you do that, I have my years field in here. Okay. Now I'm going to do something. I'm just going to convert this year into the second year option by right clicking on this pill. Now you don't have to worry about it right now, what I'm doing, why there are two options. We will understand it in the fundamental part. Okay. As of now, you just follow me. I've converted it into this here and the line got, the pill has changed its color from blue to green. Next, I need this. I'll put that into rows. There you go. Now you can see that in 2010 there are 5 movies. In 2011 there were 3 movies. In 2012 4. Let's just confirm that with the Excel itself. If I filter out on 2010, there should be how many records? There are 5 records. That means there are 5 different movies. Now when I say duplicate efforts, right now you can see the line in here, correct? Now if I use the same thing into size, now what it is telling me, thicker the size, that means there are more movies. Thinner the size, that means there are less movies, correct? Now if I use it in color also, now what it is going to give me, it is also going to color it according to the values of those years. Now you have a darker color where you have more values and a lighter color where you have less values, right? So do you think this is a duplicacy of the efforts, the color and the size? They both are actually representing the same thing. So we should never be doing this. Make sense? Either you color it just like this or you make it in a size. It's up to you, whichever part you want to use. So we'll go with the normal one as a line chart, right? And if you want to see the numbers also for every year, all you have to do is put that into label. This thing remains same. So far clear? Any confusion?
No,
And
no.
another important thing to note, in the previous activity, I did not tell Tableau to create a bar chart for me. Neither in this activity I told him to create a line chart for me. Tableau automatically did it for us. Why so? Because Tableau is actually a very intelligent tool. It understands in what kind of data we need which kind of visualization. Now, definitely we can change, right? If Tableau is suggesting us to create a line chart, we can force Tableau to build it into a bar chart. How we can do that? Just keep a note in here. In this marks, what do you see? What it is written? Automatic, and you have a icon. But if I go in here, again it's an automatic, but I have a different icon. Now let's just see what we have in this drop down. From here, you can convert this into a different visualizations. You can have it into a bar chart. Now you have forced it into a bar. Earlier it was automatic and Tableau picked it as a line chart. You can see the icon for the line. Then you can convert it into area if you wish to. You can convert that into squares if you wish to, if you don't want a line. You can convert it into circles, whatever you want, you can do that. But let's just be into the automatic. Make sense? All right. Now, next, I want to compare the produced of, so basically what is the trend of movies produced each year by different genre. Now I actually want to see out of these 5 movies, how many of them belongs to which genre. So for example, if we go back in Excel, we can clearly see in 2010 there are 5 movies, but out of 5, 2 belongs to drama, 2 belongs to animation, and 1 belongs to action. And this I want to do that for every year. So what should I do? Simply put your genre into color, because now what this will do, this will actually get me all the lines for genres and for different colors, just like this. See, so now you can see that blue belongs to action and adventure. In 2010 there is 1. Then green belongs to drama. You can see it from here, the legends are here. And then your this amber line belongs to animation. So 2, 2 and 1. Now those 5 are further split into different genres. Cool? Alright. Now let's just do a quick activity where I want you guys to do it now. So I want you to try this. Okay. The question is, let us create a similar chart to show the trend of box office collection over the years for different genre. Earlier I saw the total number of movies produced, but now I want to see what is the trend of box office collection for every year for different genres. So first, which all fields do we need? This should be your first priority whenever you have these kind of questions or KPIs in front of you. Try to identify the fields from the data. Which all fields do we need? Anyone wants to give it a try?
Box office
Uh,
worldwide.
Box office worldwide,
And genre.
genre, perfect, and
in theaters.
in theaters.
In the
Cool. Now, can you help me in creating the line chart if we have identified the fields? Where should I drop in theaters?
in theaters row.
Into rows? Okay, I'll do that into rows. That's
Yes.
fine.
Okay, sorry.
Into columns?
Columns, I
All
think.
right,
Into
Column.
columns
I'll do that.
because it should be on x-axis.
Correct. Now I'm just going to turn it into green. You don't have to worry about it, why I'm doing it. We'll learn it later. Now next,
Okay.
you want to see the trend
Box office
by
worldwide on
box office
y-axis.
worldwide. Perfect.
Okay. Now, genre on
Genre into
On colors.
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 Perfect. Now this is what you can see it. Now this is a line chart. Now we can see in 2018 which genre has the maximum movies.
green one, that is documentary
Drama.
drama.
Drama. How many?
Yes,
19 movies. But in
19 movies.
2018, which genre has the maximum collection?
Blue one,
Action and
action and
adventure.
adventure.
And green one is 1.25. Now let me convert that into billion first of all. Let's just try to do that in format we can change it to the currency custom because this is the currency. Display units into billions and prefix as a dollar. So now it's easy for us to understand. So it's 5.27 billion for action and adventure, and it's only 1.25 billion for drama. So this 5.27 billion has been collected on the basis of only 5 movies. So you can see that 4 times movies got produced for drama, but when it comes to the collection, and it's 3 times less than the action and adventure. So 19
Hmm.
movies could not produce what 5 movies produced for action and adventure, right? So this is the story I was talking about in the yesterday session. By creating the visualizations, we actually get to see the story, what is happening behind our business. Make sense?